Mental health. What comes first to your mind when you think about mental health? Maybe depression, anxiety, PTSD, maybe even a personal experience you've gone through. Just know you matter in this society, whether you struggle with mental health or not. Mental health has been a prolonging issue throughout the United States for years now. But don't get me wrong, I see the sides that says, get over it, it's not a big deal. There are two core issues: whether diagnostic categories have value and whether treatments work. Today in my speech, I will be talking about asylums and their inhumane treatments, how gun violence plays a part to mental health, and then lastly, how your mental health can affect your physical and social life. In early America, when suffering with mental illness, you were usually taken care of by your families. In other cases, they were put in jails and asylums. Because mental illness was thought to be a moral, spiritual failing, punishment and shame were brought onto these individuals. A quote by Jeffrey A. Lieberman. He states the purpose of the earliest mental institutions were neither treatment nor cure, but rather the enforced segregation of inmates from society. Then he states, the mentally ill were considered social deviants or moral misfits, suffering divine punishment for some inexcusable transgression. Even an expert claims that these institutions were wrong. According to Talkspace.com, hydrotherapy was known to be a very known thing in these institutions, whether they were sitting in cold baths for hours at a time or being sprayed with shockingly cold water. They were also known for the mechanical restraints, such as straitjackets, leather wristlets, and so much more. At New Jersey's Trenton State Hospital, this doctor, he thought that mental illness led to infected parts of the body. He would pull out teeth, parts of the stomach, and small intestine. Unsurprisingly, this led to rising rates of mortality. Because of the behind the scenes of these institutions, these individuals were looked down upon by society. So you all might hear that people suffering with mental health problems are violent, but that is not the case. For example, across the nation, mental illness has been blamed for shootings, but gun prevention policies that solely focus on mental illness diagnosis will not stop gun violence. Gun violence is not the cause, or mental health is not the cause of gun violence. But this could only fuel the prejudice and fear around people living with mental health, and may lead them to avoid getting health services they need. According to efsgv.gov, 1 in 5 Americans suffer with mental health problems, and then 1 in 25 suffer with a severe mental health problem. It is definitely common and not unheard of. And violence across the nation, 96% is caused from other risk factors, but then 4% is caused from mental illness. Media and other public figures across the nation and world have been blaming gun violence on mental health. It is stigmatizing and discriminating against the individuals who live, deal with, and struggle with their mental health daily. Mental illness is not the leading cause to shootings and violent acts across the nation. Your mental health can seep into so many aspects of your life. Your family, hygiene, and your social life, causing a ripple effect that can lead to tension, uncertainty, and stress. There needs to be ways for individuals to get specialized help for their needs. According to nexusfamilyhealing.org, individuals note feeling that the days pass by, that it's hard keeping track of days, and it passed by in a haze. They have no energy to bathe, change clothes, brush their teeth, let alone get out of bed. Mental health needs more research and respect. Mental health is usually hygiene is usually overlooked, as we all assume that everyone does the same things as us. But mental health is the first cause, or your mental health can be the first leading cause to show that the decline of your hygiene, such as depression and PTSD, which is the first known leading cause of this. Now that my speech is coming to an end, I just want to state that your mental health shouldn't define you. It shouldn't be the reason that people look down upon you or discriminate you. The U.S. needs to put more adequate research and time into giving individuals a safe space for them to go without being looked down upon. So, as I stated in my speech, as a recap, asylums and their inhumane treatments, I talked about how gun violence plays a part into mental health, and then how it affects your physical and social life. Just know that you are not alone on this earth. Thank you.